It's the start of a brand new series. Welcome to NK Maribor, a youth challenge, which it should say above me if I've managed to edit the start scene correctly. Well, there's loads to catch up on, but not very much in the way that affects us, to be honest. It's very strange. Roll the same intro that the last series had. Hello and welcome back to NK Maribor, a youth challenge. Our transfer embargo is full in effect. We are not allowed to sign any players from now until Football Manager 18 is released. The year is 2036 and NK Maribor are one of the best teams in Europe. Not the best team, they're one of the best teams in Europe. If you don't know why this save is happening, go and watch the old series from possibly episode 100 onwards and you'll probably get the gist of it, of what's going on. But obviously, it's Football Manager in 2036. Most players that you know of, if you're just joining this series, have retired, don't exist anymore. There are a couple, one of which my Slovenia team just came up against in Europe, which is Angel Gomez. Maybe he's even stopped playing now as well, and it must have been someone else, so there you go. But you won't recognise any of these players, so we'll go through them and introduce them, and if you've seen the old series, apologies, but yeah, keep your eye out, and there are some star players. So the transfer window has been and gone, and obviously we've brought absolutely no one in because we're under a self-enforced transfer embargo to encourage the youth challenge. However, we have sent a lot of people out on loan. People leaving for money though. Right back Hamza Eka left the club for £8 million. He's gone. He was getting on a bit, wanted a new challenge after we won the Champions League, so he's gone. Stanko Hamsbergovic, the club hero, he's gone for 3.8 million to Torino. He wanted a new challenge. Ivan Sainz has gone. He wanted a new challenge, so we allowed him to go. And other than that, the only one was German Milia, who was a youngster but was never going to really break into the team. Still wasn't getting anywhere near the nationality or the Slovenian nationality that we needed for him to not be counted as a foreigner. So he's gone as well. And other than that, it's free transfers and loans. And now loans, I've tried to be smart, and they've only gone, people have only gone on loan to other Slovenian teams, because we're still trying to build the league up and be one of the best leagues in the world. So they've only gone out on loan. Loads of the youngsters we brought in have gone. Obviously, we're not going to see them this season. Looking at the squad again, so it follows on from the last series. So Vigilante's still our goalkeeper. Interestingly enough, he has taken on Slovenian nationality. I can't call him up just yet for the Slovenian national team because, annoyingly, he's called up to the Brazilian senior squad, even though he's never had an appearance for them. And I really want to give him a cap for Slovenia so we can just confirm his, you know, he'd be the best goalkeeper in Slovenia. Obviously, he's the best goalkeeper at my club, and I'm the best club in Slovenia. Pele and Regazzoni are backup goalkeepers. We'll cover them when they actually play a game. Cesar Zor has been promoted to first or starting right back. Looking very good. He's got a little bit left of potential to fill, but great stats. Really good for us, as you can see from his past playing experience with us. Lazaro still here. Lekic is the starting left back now. Again, he's not got the best of star ratings. He's 30, Slovenian, but still puts in some epic performances. Jurakovic, Kovac, Garza still here. My son Sam Leftfoot is still playing on. He's still doing really well. Not playing that many games anymore. We'll definitely play more now that it's the youth challenge and we can't buy anyone else. Vales here, Valentin, Martinez, Lurch. Our world-class midfielder is still in there, 23 years old. Had a little bit of interest in the transfer window, but didn't appear to want to move and was happy to stay. No one made any concrete bids. Being promoted from the the B team, sorry, as part of the youth challenge, Socrates Coelho comes in. He was a player that we actually paid a little bit of money for, 240k, quite a while ago. He's coming in and joining the first team to try and get some more experience, when I think he looks like he'll be pretty good. Hodzic is still there. Markov is the right winger. Blazic is there. Sabli Darushi is another one coming up from the youth team. We bought him in for 275k. He's looking very, very good right now. Behind me, going on the TV, is deadline day. It's just on in the background. Got to keep up to date with the football news. Tehero's here, Rosh, and Vlsumit Gergic is still here. Jan Zagar is still around. Again, we'll go into more of these players as you see them as the series evolves. Jan Zagar is still here, but he's on loan at Malmo because he wasn't going to get any first team football, and he's not doing very well for them, to be honest, which is a shame because I was hoping he'd get some very good form while he was out there. Other players, there's loads of youngsters that we've got as we are building for this Youth Challenge save. Judging by potential, there's quite a few of them that aren't ever really going to make it, but we'll see how they do. There's a lot of players, a big pool to get us from. The under-18s are giving us a good stream of players as well, so we've got 3 here that are ranked at very good potential, which is good to see. Milan Sturm in attacking midfield. Davidel Perga up front, he looks like he's going to be very, very good. And Udus Pavlin at right back, which is good because we don't really have that much cover at right back when our players that are currently in the first team start to retire. So yeah, it's going to be a tough youth challenge, but I'm hoping that we'll crack on with it. Right, next thing to report, the league is going absolutely perfectly. We've played 9, won 8, drawn 1, goal difference of plus 17, 25 points. Champions League, I'm not sure we're going to qualify from this group. We've got Liverpool, Milan and Legia Warsaw. Legia Warsaw will beat twice. Milan, that's who we're playing today. It's going to be touch and go whether we beat them once or twice. Liverpool should win the group. We're in the second round of the Cup and we won the Super Cup yet again. We had a little bit of a disappointing season last year, if you remember, in the Champions League. We won the FIFA World Club Cup, but then got knocked out by Schalke because we lost the first leg 1-0 at home and we drew 2-2 away. We got knocked out to Schalke and it was a very disappointing way to end last series, but this is a new series. It's the same game, but a new series. 2036, Maribor have got a lifelong, until the save ends, transfer embargo, and yeah, we're just going to have to see how it goes. Now, I did say I was going to release the save, and again, I will, but in the future, because I want most of these players to sort of not be at the club anymore before I release the save, but that's up to you guys. Let me know if you do want the save now. I can release it and we'll see how it goes. But what I don't want is to release a save and then get loads of comments every episode saying, oh, if you had done this or if you had done that. That's not what I'm interested in. I like the advice as we go through this game together, and that's what last series was. It was really good. Like, you guys giving me advice in the comments and me implementing it if I thought it was helpful, and a lot of the times it was, so thank you very much. But I don't want it to be, oh, I'm 2 seasons ahead of you, you need to look at this guy, or this guy in your youth team's going to be terrible, sell him while you can. I want to sort of figure that stuff out for myself. But yeah, that's where I am. So let me know down below what you want to do. If you still want the game, you can have it. Just don't give things away that's going to happen in the future if you play it quicker than me. But with all that said, as I say, there's no transfers to go through that at the ins. We've gone through the outs that make any deals. Finance-wise, we're doing very well, 43 million. In the bank, we're going to pass FFP quite easily for the first time. Look at that. Projected period in 78 million we're going to make. And, yeah, it's all going very well. We are, I think, improving the stadium. We're expanding Left Foot Park. Again, for new viewers to this series, they built a new stadium and named it after me because I'm a legend and I've won the Champions League with them. Basically, we've won everything possible that we could win as NK Maribor. Hence why we've changed this now to a Youth Challenge save. But we will now go on to the game against AC Milan. We're at Left Foot Park, so let's go through the team. Okay, this is how we're going to line up then. It's Vigilante in goal, Zor, Kovac, Garza and Lekic are the back four. So again, for the new guys, Kovac is a very good centre-back we bought in quite a while ago now. For 3.6 million, he's turned into a phenomenal centre-back. Very, very good. Only 25. Looks like he's going to be good. Next to him is Garza. Someone we bought in last year, 29 million we paid for him. He's come in, 5'10", not short, but he brings a bit of pace to the centre-back partnership. He's the commanding one. He leads the line. He's very good. Going to be pretty solid for us all season. Left back is Lekic, who we've already looked at. In the middle, we have our world-class midfielder, Lurch, and next to him is Vale. Vale's a 31-year-old Spaniard with 2 international caps. Joined us for 12.5 million, been pretty solid every single season he's played for us. And he's, yeah, getting on a bit, but still very good for us in the middle of the park. Valentin is on the right-hand side, newly Spanish cap. He's just been capped, actually. Likes to play as a right winger. He came in for 8 million and, again, has been absolutely superb for us when he's played. Came in from Barcelona and is really showing his talent. In the middle, behind the striker, we've got Christian Hodzic, 31-year-old Bosnian. Was a world-class world-class attacking midfielder once upon a time, but is now just a midfield playmaker. But his stats speak for themselves. He is absolutely brilliant. Started this season in superb form. Look at those ratings since we bought him for 26 million from Dortmund. Everything is above a 7 and just cracking into the 8s this season. So a very, very good start. And then Tejero on the left wing somewhere we're a little bit short on position-wise and players. But again, he's very good. Only 22, Spanish, bought from PSG, I think it was, yeah, for 5.25 million. Again, started the season pretty well. Had a settling in period last season, so we're hoping this season he'll crack on and do very, very well indeed. And then up front, Jean-Marie Roche. We bought him as a wonder kid, and he is starting to be very, very good. His stats last year were phenomenal. 19 goals in 30 games, 7.3. Look at that. Sorry, 2 years ago his stats were phenomenal. 33 goals in 30 appearances was absolutely ridiculous. That's the year we won the Champions League, and he was a very, very big part in that. This season, 5 goals, 5 assists in 9 games. He is still playing very, very well and is fulfilling his potential. So that's the starting lineup. On the bench, we have Vuslumir, Gergic, Blazic, Markov, Martinez, Jurakovic, Lazaro, and Regazzoni. So AC Milan appear to be lining up in a very weird 3-5-2-1-1 formation. Well, Football Manager seems to call it a 5-4-1, but I don't quite see that. But yeah, that's going to be hard to break down. We normally play narrow, but I think I'm actually going to change that. We'll get the assistant can do all of that nonsense. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell the guys, try and go down the wing and see what we can do there. We're playing, obviously, that 4-2-3-1 that we saw before. We're still going to try and control the game because we're at home, so let's go out there and give the fans what they want to do. And passionately, we'll say there's a lot more to come, and I believe you've got what it takes to go and get the result. So here we go then, us versus AC Milan in the first game on the live com on the Youth Challenge game, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously at the moment there isn't much difference from the last series because these guys need to be sold or retire, or youth prospects need to come through and perform very, very well to like sort of dislodge these guys. After all, these are the guys that pretty much won me the Champions League, as Maroci's run all the way from his own half, and Vigilante has to make a superb save to keep us in a level place there, and Valentin was running down the right hand side, but nothing came of it. As you can see, we're dominating the shots, but they've had the best chance as it goes back out to Hodzic, to Lurch, Lurch back to Vale, Vale to Hero. Oh, he shoots and he's hit the bar. So unlucky from Juan Tejero on a 6.7 already, the left winger there, as Lurch to Zor, into Vale, to Roche. Roche dropped a bit deep, but he's running the fence. Into Tejero. This one he doesn't miss. Places it past the goalkeeper. Third goal of the season. A great start for NK Maribor. We are bossing the game. 71% possession, 8 shots. That's actually our only one on target so far. But it puts us 1-0 up, which is very, very good. And we'll see it in 3D right now, I reckon. Here we go. Radosh picked up, I said, he dropped very deep. That's unlike him. But he created a lot of space for Tejero to get into. And he beat the offside trap, left foot, placed it past the goalkeeper. Pretty bad positioning from Michel in goal for Milan. And it put us off to a very good start, as we are struggling with a few players to get the performances we really need in a game like this. So I'm going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. We'll keep it up, and we'll probably just to make sure the point gets across, we're gonna go for the "you've got what it takes" message as well. Because I don't want them slipping up. I want them to focus and do well. This will be the only game of this episode because it's obviously going on for quite some time at the moment. We had to do all the blurb at the beginning and all the intro, as we've got Valentin and Hodzic isn't playing well now. Attacking midfield is a position that we don't really have an out-and-out attacking midfielder to replace him with. He's normally so reliable, he doesn't come off, and he's club captain. But I think, well, Blazic is the guy, the Slovenian. So if you don't know, Blazic is someone who came through our youth system at NK Maribor. We sold him to Man City for $7.5 million, loaned him back for 4 seasons in a row, and then bought him for $7 million back. And he's been, again, absolutely superb for us when he's played. He is the best player, one of the best players in Slovenia, of Slovenian nationality. So that's what we're going to do. Blazic is going to come on in that attacking midfield role. Hopefully he can dictate the game a little bit better than Hodzic has, as the time ticks down. There's only 10 minutes to go, and we have been absolutely battering Milan. There's not much more you can say about that. So we'll drop it down to a lower tempo. Let's retain the possession. We don't really need to worry about that anymore. I'm going to leave it on control. We don't really need to look for the overlap anymore either, because we just want to sort of keep people sitting back. We don't need to chuck them all forward. There's 10 minutes to go. Let's just keep the ball and hopefully move it around a bit and knacker them out whilst retaining possession, as we're into the 2 minutes of injury time that have been put up. Michel, there it is. It's a 1-0 win. I will take that. I thought it would be a struggle to beat Milan in this, but we've absolutely bossed them. It did help we were at home in Left Foot Park. Liverpool got off to a storming start, beating Legia Warsaw 5-0, but I will take a 1-0 win. Look at those stats. We've absolutely destroyed them. And yeah, we'll just keep going. We're going to keep going with this save, a youth challenge. I've never done a save where I'm not allowed to buy players before, so it's going to be very interesting. If anyone's got any tactics or tips about how I can get the best out of my youth players, do I have to start playing them early? Is it better to get them in the first team earlier so that they get more game time and their stats improve, or is it better to leave them in my B team and under 18s to get more games for those, or is it better that they go out on loan and get the most football? Let me know down below what you think is the best thing to do. I will say as well, I've got a Patreon account which you can find in the description. There's a link to it, and there's a thing on there. If you donate, I think it's $5 a month or maybe $10 a month, I can't remember what it is, but you can get a regen named after you, so you'll be forever in this game. And it's the fact that it's a transfer embargo, it'll be someone that comes through the NK Maribor system. I'm not saying you have to pledge that, it's just if you've got the money and you want to support me in creating these videos, that would be great. But we're going to leave it there, and we'll be back for we'll be back for the Liverpool game. We'll do the Liverpool game and one of the league games that's either side of it as the next live com, and that's what we'll be back for. We'll play Ledger also offline. You don't have to see me do that, but we'll be back for, let's say, Liverpool and NK Cooper. I'm pretty sure that is, yeah. We'll be back for Liverpool and NK Cooper, and we'll go from there. So thank you very, very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I really hope you enjoy this new series. No transfers is going to be interesting, only players leaving, and we've just got some big names we need to try and keep hold of, and some youngsters that we need to try and get through, and we'll introduce those youngsters as the series goes forward and as it continues. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? It's a new series. Go back and watch the old series. As I said, from probably episode around 100, you don't really need to go back all the way to the beginning, although if you do, you can have a good old laugh at how bad the early sort of episodes were of this series and how bad the editing was, and the voice and the microphone and the camera and everything like that. But for now, I'm going to stop babbling, and I'll catch you all very, very soon. Cheers.